Hi everyone, this is Lisa and this is Lisa English, and for today's lesson I want to talk about writing an email to a colleague, and let's pretend this colleague is called Jane, and we're going to write an email to have a meeting with Jane because we want to talk about a project we're working on. And so we want to have a meeting next week. So let's look at a draft email. A draft means something that's not final. So we might draft a letter or an email, or so if we use it as a verb, or a draft is also a noun, meaning the actual email or letter. We might call it a draft. And it's also an adjective, a draft email, a draft letter. So for this email, here's our draft. Dear Jane, we need to have a meeting next week to discuss how we will do our project. Let us know when you are available and we will schedule it. Sincerely, Lisa. So this is our draft. And now let's see how we can make this draft better. So let's start with the salutation. The salutation we have is Dear Jane. Now, if this is a colleague, it's very common to say hi or hey or something less formal than Dear Jane. Dear is fine for letters, but in emails it's very common to start with hi. Even if we don't know somebody very well, we often start with hi. So we'll start with hi Jane. And now, rather than getting right into the email, the important part, we usually start with something nicer, just to inquire how they are or to ask about the weekend. So we might say, I hope you had a good weekend. But in this case, let's just say, I hope you're well. And now let's talk about what we need to talk about. So we'll say, with respect to our project, we would like to arrange a meeting to review your ideas. Please let us know your availability next week and we will schedule it. So this is what we have drafted instead. So instead of saying we need to have a meeting next week, we're saying we would like to arrange a meeting. And when we say we would like to, it makes it more polite. So we're using a modal verb, we would, to be more polite, more respectful. And instead of saying discuss is fine. We can also say review your ideas. So review is a little more specific. And next, when we ask about availability, please let us know your availability next week and we will schedule it. And so this is another way of saying it. Instead of let us know when you are available, we want to say please. Start with please to make it a little nicer, a little more polite. And then we say, we look forward to your response. So that's a way of telling the person that we want them to reply. And then finally, we will end with, instead of sincerely, we're going to say kind regards. So that's a lot more common than sincerely. Another thing people might say is best regards. So those are some common ways to end emails, business emails. I hope you found this lesson useful. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much.